What's up everybody, Kevin at Pacific here, and I've got another video for you covering some of my eBay and Amazon sales over the last month. Many of these things you can find easily at swap meets, yard sales, and thrift stores, but some of them come through the connections that I've made over the many years as being a reseller. I'll try to include some thumbnails and details of each listing, including how long they took to sell. Trying to share some ideas with you, things that just might make you some money. But before we get started, please hit that like button down there if you like these kind of videos so that I can keep making them for you. Now let's get into it. Now we have had some heavies going out the last couple days. This one for 500, this driver's test is from that first video about the essentially time capsules from a 1990s video game store. And then this Tekken display also went for 500. Both of them sold, I think, within a few hours of posting. So I'm probably losing out on a bit of value here. And I thought I had learned my lesson before. I have a Blasto poster, not this one, but another one, larger one for 1,000, which has a few washers, but did not sell yet. And I'm just trying to aim high because with these things, you can't tell. This Gran Turismo poster right here also sold for $500 within a couple hours of posting it. Even this little Unreal promo flat sold for I think 50. I'm not sure what this is, it's just in there with the rest of it. This is another little heavy that just went out, $130. I think I picked it up for $2 or $3. And we did go ahead and get that offer to go through, and I accepted it of $425 on here. Might have really waited, especially towards Christmas, and gotten $600 to $800 for this thing. But I'm only $20 or $25 in on it, and the guy was nice, not pushy with the attitude really, and I appreciate that. It goes a long way with me. $425 here. I think we're still up, like after fees, like 18 times what we put in, so not bad, and it really helped jumpstart the day. If you've been following the channel, you might remember these from the Pokemon Game Estate sale. $5 here went for $92 plus shipping before fees, and $30 on Pokemon Diamond went for $75 plus shipping before fees. One other nice sale here is a Codebreaker disc for the Dreamcast. These are actually pretty rare to find. I've had this for so long. I swear to God, I've had this listed for like 2 or 3 years, and it finally sold. I go over to check eBay and see what's popping over there, and I think some of the only copies available in this same disc-only condition were $300. I thought I sold it for a nice penny on Amazon. I don't know what's going on with that. This 1980s Snap-on Tools garage wall clock. The clock is broken and it's still sold for $50 plus shipping. I think I paid around $5 or $10 at a yard sale a long time ago. Just had to sit in there, didn't know how to really sell it. I was actually hoping to trade it locally for some old video games that someone might happen to have, but that didn't come through. This Bushido Blade PS1 display box sold for $100. I took the best offer on that. These have really slowed down since I first posted them, and they're probably gonna last me a little while, the ones I got left. Here's one thing I had already boxed up and unboxed just to show you. Ben & Jerry's Vermont's Finest. This hat, I think it says made in the USA. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's vintage, but I picked it up for $1 at the flea market. Pretty clean shape, sold for $50. This Coraline DS game went for $55. On Amazon, this was going up to $100, but I think they put a high pricing restriction on it. So actually, you can get better money on eBay at the moment. Cool, this Smashing Pumpkins CD, sealed, Zeitgeist, special edition. I got it at the Mad Monk, which used to be called Rasputin, up in Modesto for, I think, yeah, $11.95. Sold that for $75. One more thing going out today. These went for $60, and these are Nike Sun Club shoes. Got them at a yard sale where on an ask I ended up walking away with a 3DS, several games for that, and then the whole Wii U system with like 30 amiibos for about $200, and paid 20 here I think on these, and got 60 plus shipping before fees. One last thing to add here. This is from a WWF bin that I got at an amazing yard sale almost 2 years ago now, and just got around to putting these up. Didn't know what to do with them. I think I had them up here on the Nintendo sign for quite a while. The only one I really recognize without doing research is Hulk right there. And I think I got $20 and it went within a couple hours of posting them. Another good media sale, classic cartoon favorites. It's 1 through 12. And these are not even in the original cases. They were put in slimline cases. Got them at a estate sale. I think I don't know, it was a couple bucks a DVD, and I made a mountain and everything came out to, they lowered it down to 100, and I've already been in the green on this, so this is all profit, and it went for $150. And this entire DVD stack just went for $220. I think I paid $50 for the bundle, and honestly there's probably about 25, so that's not much more than the buck or two that they usually cost. I think after fees, maybe like $150 in profit there. A few more media mentions here. This Illuminati, don't know if you've seen it, but it was in a game hunting in Mexico video. Sold that for 42. That was, everything here was $1 a piece. This one went for 35, and I think this one went for 30 or 35 as well. Lead a Ford CD, spent $1, went for 20 plus shipping. This Michael Jordan DVD for 15, spent $1 on it. A bundle of 9 Inch Nails CDs, $1 or less in each, went for 25 or 30 plus shipping. All right, here's a little more variety for you. This was vintage, I think G1 Transformers Optimus Prime here. This only went for $25 or maybe even 20 bucks because it is incomplete. You got to be careful with those. Some of them really surprising in value, others disappointing. Really, any vintage toys, you got to know what you're doing. And then over here, we sold 5 of these for $29 plus shipping. At least I really hope I kept shipping added on there. I mean, I got a whole bag of these for like $1 or $2, and I think I've sold 3 sets so far, so probably around $80 in profit on the bag. Another one from that toy yard sale that should be coming up again in a couple weeks. They said they'd have one once a month going forward, and this one went for 50. I think I had about 10 or 15 into it. This Forbidden Planet C-57D Space Cruiser. This is a model kit. Don't know the year on this, but I would probably put it in the 90s, early 2000s. It sold for $135 plus shipping. I think I had 50 on it. These just sold for not 110, but a best offer over 100. And honestly, if I had on-gated these on Amazon by now, pretty tough to do though, because they are Disney brand. It's one of the strictest ones on Amazon. Would have gotten a lot more, maybe like 50 a piece on these. But I only paid $1 or $2 at an estate sale last week when I was waiting for my daughter to get out of her little summer program. And so yeah, just got these out for 100. Should get about 80 to 85 in profit on these. Put this on eBay, got 114 for it, I think the same night that I listed it. They used to sell a little bit better, but in this condition, I mean, I'm happy with that. Another Amazon sale, this code breaker for the DS. I think I had this listed at just 30 bucks on eBay, and it got no attention at all just because I couldn't find the right ASIN on Amazon for it. Finally found it. Again, sat for a couple months, but that just went for 100. This sold for 20. This for around 22. And this one went for over 100. I was able to get to buy box on this, even though it's not FBA. And that should, I think it's after fees, a little bit over $100 still. This Olympus Stylus Zoom 140 went for, I think, $80 or $90. Turns on and everything, but I think a lot of these require film to fully test them. So I just sold them as, you know, with open returns on it for 30 days. And I sold 3 cameras recently for good money, and you can pick those up very cheap at yard sales and flea markets. I usually don't have to pay more than 5 or 10 bucks, and sometimes get them for $1. Tesla concert DVD for about 20. Paid $1 there. This one's for 7. Paid less than $1. $1 here on Sling Blade, and another $1 here on Ultimate Flint Collection, and one more $1 here on No Way Out. Every single one sold for around 15 to 20, except for that one being just 7. And over here we have a Grendel Archives hardcover, came in a comic book lot, really have nothing into it at this point, sold for 20. And then this is a Microsoft Windows vintage t-shirt. That was another gift from my friend John when he got all that stuff in that PlayStation and Sega video. So that one went for $100 plus shipping. And then here, I thought these would do a bit better. These are all sealed inside. The box is in bad shape, but the VHS tapes are all sealed in good condition on the seals, no rips or anything, and still ended up having to take an offer of 75 on these. I think I paid about 20 bucks, so still profit, but based on other comps, I thought I would get at least 100 for that. 2 Fleetwood Mac tour commemorative books. I think I only got 20 for the pair. Thought I would do a little bit better, but this came in a bundle with some vinyl records that I sold for hundreds of dollars from a different band, and these were basically thrown in for free. All right, this Metal Gear Ninja went for $46. Got that at one of those toy yard sales I've been going to. It's an old man selling off his collection. I think every second Saturday of the month he's got more toys out there. Got some Final Fantasy ones and this one last time. And also I think Psycho Mantis. This went for $30. I think that's $1 random pickup at the flea market. This iPod 160 gigabytes went for $100 a few days after listing it. And I know I had it turned on a moment ago. There we go. Got that for $3, taking a chance on it, but it looked pretty solid. I guess what you want to look for on those are just if they have any big dents and stuff like that. This is another random pickup for $1 at the flea market. Went for $17. We got some Omen DVD sets here. I guess all 4 Omens here. That's from the state sale. This as well, Alien Nation set. Those went for, I want to say 22 on the Omen and 18 here in the Alien Nation set. Some more media here. Roger Waters to Fall for 20. Peter Gabriel Back to Front for 20. And then this went for $7. This was another $1 pickup. I rarely pay more than $1 or $2 for any of the DVDs. Now this is from our recent Tahoe trip. Glad I picked it up. This went for $300. Only paid $65. I just got the buy box on Amazon for this because it is in very good condition. Everything is in there, and obviously it's got the tin box with it. So looking on eBay to actually cop a few more of these and see if I can make that happen again. A little more media here. This was just picked up this week. $1 a piece here and sold for $20 the morning after I listed it. This doesn't even have the tape in it, and that went for $10. I guess I'll mention this. This went for $10. Some PC games still sell decently. That was, I think, $1 or less. Some more media here. Young Murder Squad. I think I sold another one of their CDs recently for about 25 or $30. So obviously something to look for out there. I think this went for $30. And then this one actually went for $40. Chicano Power. Just got to look for obscure hip hop stuff, guys. Do your research on Discogs and things like that. I mean, that's like $65. Probably have less than $2 into it. And then this, another flea market pickup for $1. And I think that went for 20 or so, maybe 18. Pretty much the same day I posted it. Another PC game went out for, I want to say 15 on that one. And anything of note over here. I guess I'll mention some Amazon sales. This went for $30 and this one for $32. Now here are the big hitters here. This went for $250. I can sell these for more on Amazon, but they're a little bit of a slower sale. So I'm happy to get that. I really had not much into it. And then this one went for, I want to say $290, but after fees it was around $250. And I must have had at least $150 into it. So still around $100 profit on this. But I was hoping to get a little bit more than that. These have definitely shot up over the last few years. I think with good, clean Apple brand earbuds, it probably would have gone for about $75 to $80. Now this one went for $175. This is actually the first issue of there's 2 PlayStation magazines from what I could see when I was looking on eBay. And there's another edition of the PlayStation PSN magazine, the issue 1, that would have sold for even more than this. And when I got this, it was just the bag and the magazine. So I went on eBay and found this for the lowest price I could find, which is around $20, just to make it complete. And it went for $175. I was asking $200, and with $175 as a cutoff, and whoever was making the offer found that lowest price that I was willing to go for. And I think it was only on there for about 2 or 3 days. with almost nothing into it. This came from those 2 videos with all the PS1 promotional stuff. So basically free for me. So after fees, looking at 150 gain on that. Some more media to cover and some pretty heavy ones in here. This one went for 30, No Limit, Master P. I remember that rap from late 90s. Definitely not my type of music anymore, but I still like to pick that up. That's the second or third time I've sold that, and I have sold it for as high as $55 before. Now we have 2 wrestling DVDs here. I think this one went for 25 and this one went for 50. And I have seen comps of this one up to $70, $75. So definitely don't sleep on WWF stuff. Not everything is gonna sell like that, but enough of it will to make it worth your while. Definitely scan them if you see them. This one went for, I think, 15. This one for 10. And this one for 13. A little bit disappointed on that one. Cowboy Bebop sealed Blu-ray only went for 13 bucks. But most of these were, you know, a couple bucks a piece. I really don't think I paid more than $2 for any single one of them. So keep rocking it with the media. So that UFO figure and this Gran Turismo double-sided poster has basically paid for all of those N64 games and that in-box Atari Jaguar. So right within 24 hours of spending that money, we got it right back. This, what they call the Sobres in Mexico, kind of their flea market, and just looked like a video game or a weird DVD or PC game. So scanned it, or looked it up actually, because there's not even a barcode on this thing, and found that there was only one other listing of it, and they were asking, I think, like $100 or maybe even over $100. And so I think I put this up at $99.99 or best offer, and then got an offer today for $80, so I jumped on that. I think I paid $1 for it. This stack of Just Dance games went for $35. We've got my man here, Hulk Hogan. The CD went for 20 bucks. I might want to rip this CD onto the laptop just to keep those amazing tracks in my possession. That went for $20. And then these heavy metals are from a yard sale in Tracy that I've gone to twice. I think the guy's name is Anthony, really cool guy. Left both times with pretty much a bin full of vintage stuff, and I think I paid maybe $5 an issue here. So really just about doubling up before fees come out. So not too great here, but I'm happy to see them go, and it's a nice chunk of profit here too. From a excellent and recent PS1 pickup, these went for $60. I had them posted at $70, and I was really asking that much just because they're all black label, all with the registration card, and the discs are just in really clean shape. So happy with what I got there. Normally these have struggled for me to get even $10 to $15 a piece. Here we have some more media. These are just Marilyn Manson singles or EPs. I think I paid less than $1 a piece, and they went for $25 for the 3. Not in the greatest condition either. Happy to see those go. Here we have an Amazon sale. This went for $45 or $50. Transformers Devastation, disc only. These 2 Blu-rays went for, I think this was 35 bucks, and this one went for 11. Not bad there. I think about 50 cents in on those. This went for 10. And this stack of PSE2 magazines, PlayStation Extreme. Actually, I don't even know if that's supposed to be a 2 or not. I couldn't find a lot of this on eBay, and it sold by the next day after I posted it for, I think, $55 with free shipping. I was really just looking to get a chunk back that I spent on a nice PS1 collection that someone had found in their garage. Been sitting there for about 25 years. Was this all like your guys' stuff, or?
Yeah, my dad found it in the garage.
Probably was sitting there for like 20 years or something like that. So the system actually, it came with 2 systems, and one of the systems still had the sticker seal on it. the lid had never been opened, it had never been used. So this gets us about $45 after fees back on that. So happy to see that go too. Another good sale going out is this Street Fighter 2 Turbo Player's Guide. This came from a massive PS1 buy that I do have some videos on the channel if you want to check it out. But you know, obviously most of you know that video games are valuable on average, but you might not know about the player's guides. Don't pass them up. Most of them do have barcodes on the back, so they're easy to scan and check the comps on eBay. This went for 85 bucks, and mostly for the condition. I think it's got some cards that are supposed to be in there. Most of the other copies did not have that. As you can see there, just awesome condition on the book. So I think really this is all profit for me after everything that's sold from that haul. Here are a couple more from that same collection. This Lost World Jurassic Park Sega Saturn display box went for $125, and this interactive sampler volume 6 went for $30. It's got a little bit of a break in the seal on the back. Was asking $50. Sent out an offer, got a counter offer of $30, and I took it because again it's just kind of free at this point to me. And then this one as well went for 12 bucks. This is a winter 2002 Nintendo catalog that it looks like they had on the counter for people to just take. Moving on, we have this Monster Jam Gravedigger shirt. This thing got up to like, I want to say like 35 watchers before someone finally bought it. I had it at 60. This came from a yard sale for around $1 or $2. Yard sale where I got that Gummo VHS screener that sold for $175. Amazing little stop. Sometimes I do need to get back into forcing action on weekends, because you never know what you find at the yard sales, even ones that look like or sound like based on the ad, they won't be much. Now I can't show you these by hand, they went out before I was even thinking about making this video, but I wanted to include them because, hey, they're nice sales. Now what you see here on the side is a Klingon ship for Star Trek. It was brand new in the pack and got it for maybe 20 or 25 bucks. And that thing went probably a couple weeks after I posted it for around 230 before fees. Now this next one here is actually a Ninja Gaiden PVC, kind of like the first 4 figures, but I don't think it was that company. And it sold for, I think, around 150 or 175. I forget, I'm not even looking at the picture right now. But it was a nice sale. I think I probably paid around 20 or 25 bucks on that one as well. Again, both from that guy here in my town that's been having a toy sale. He's basically selling off his whole collection. He's got a whole Star Wars thing somewhere that I have not asked him about. But I hear him talking about it every time I go there. It's every second Saturday of each month. But I don't think he's been doing it this month because it's been getting colder. And I'm talking too much. Well, there it is, you guys. Dive into some actual raw numbers and showing you a little bit behind the scenes of what things actually sell for. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll make more of them and trying to get more of a variety of things. Some of the items in this one, you're not really going to come across that often when you're out there thrifting, like super rare PlayStation promos and things like that. But most of the stuff, especially like t-shirts, DVDs, and basic video game stuff, you can find almost anywhere if you just get out there and start looking. Thanks again for finding the video. I appreciate every single one of you, especially those who have stuck to it this far and are still here. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you like videos about video game collecting and reselling online. Again, I'm Kevin at Pacific, and I'll see you next time.